In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I command you to stop scrolling.
Be careful how you use the name of the Lord Almighty.
Jesus is coming sooner than we have ever expected.
Yes, it's true that Jesus is coming soon. What else do you have to say?
He is coming here down to earth, and is bringing all his believers to the gates of heaven.
Okay, yes, when Jesus returns, he will take the saved back to heaven.
And all his non-believers will stay here on earth. Once you stay here down here, on earth you will either have two choices.
Oh, if you're wicked and you get left behind at the second coming, you're not choosing anything. Because you see, 2 Thessalonians, Paul says the wicked will be destroyed by the brightness of the return of Jesus. In Jeremiah 25 says the same thing, the slain of the Lord, that is the wicked, will all be dead. There won't be anybody alive on the earth from humanity. All humanity on earth after the second coming, dead, gone, no breath, nothing.
Get the devil's mark and get burned, and raped by the devil's demons for eternity.
What? Where does the Bible say that? Hint, it does not.
Or hide as safe as possible from the devil, and live through 7 years of the tribulation.
There won't be a 7-year tribulation. People get that from Daniel 9 verse 27. But when we study this prophecy, we find out this 7-year prophecy applies to Jesus, not the end of time. This is part of a larger prophecy of the 490 years. And according to Ezekiel 4 verse 6, Numbers 14:34, a day in Bible prophecy is a year of literal time. This decree to rebuild Jerusalem is what started that 490-year prophecy. You can read about it in Ezra 7. We fast forward 483 years when Daniel says the Messiah would be anointed. That's when Jesus was baptized in 27 AD. This began that final 7-year prophecy of the 490 years, or what's commonly known as the 70 weeks. Now the book of Daniel says in the middle of that final week, Jesus would cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease. You see, the death of Jesus on Calvary put an end to the ceremonial law. The feast days, the sacrificial system, it's all abolished. That does not include the 10 Commandments, those are still binding. And in the middle of that week, sure enough, Jesus was crucified in 31 AD. So 27 AD to 31 AD, that's 3.5 years. We still have 3.5 more years. 34 AD, Stephen is stoned. There is no 7-year tribulation. If you place that 7 years at the end of time, then you're completely nullifying and doing away with what Jesus did for us. There is no 7-year tribulation anywhere in the Bible.
And prove yourself to God that you are worthy of keeping God's promise.
Sounds like somebody who believes there will be a second chance for the wicked after Jesus returns. No, there won't. Once Jesus leaves the most holy place in heaven, in the heavenly sanctuary, everybody's decision, righteous or wicked, is made for all eternity. There will be no second chance after the second coming. None.
But if you are lucky enough and come to the gates of heavens the first time, God will ask you one simple question. Did you spread my word? Did you spread the gospel? Your response would rather be yes or no. If you say yes, and tell the truth, he will let you into the gates of heaven. But if you say no, he will say something you wouldn't like to hear on Judgment Day.
Judgment Day doesn't happen when you die. Judgment Day doesn't happen at the second coming. Judgment Day does not happen when you get to heaven after the second coming. Judgment Day for the people of God is happening right now, as we speak. You see that 490-year prophecy that we just talked about? It's part of a larger prophecy known in Daniel chapter 8 as the 2300 days. And again, a day for a year. Right here, there are the scriptures. So 2300 years, started in 457 BC. All these events happened, we get to 1844. That's when the judgment started, October 22nd, 1844. God's people are being judged now, not in some future date, not when you die, now.
Depart from me, for I never knew you. That's when you will get sent down to hell, and there's no way out of it.
Nobody will be sent to hell until after the millennium. Nobody is burning in hell right now because it doesn't exist right now. Hell, as the Bible teaches it, is the lake of fire, which does not happen until after the millennium, according to Revelation chapter 20. And when it does happen, nobody will burn for eternity. Their punishment is eternal death, not eternal burning. Study these scriptures for all the proof you need.
So please share the gospel before it's too late.
Preaching an unbiblical false doctrine and using the fear tactic of eternal hellfire to try and scare people into sharing the gospel is only going to make people twice the sons of hell that you are. That's got to be one of the most egregiously awful, incorrect videos I have ever seen. Study the Bible for yourself.